This is a short video tutorial on how to generate a page within your user space in Wikipedia. This is the way that you should create a page in which to place the final version of the second writing assignment that I will grade. You should begin by going to en.wikipedia.org, the homepage of the English language Wikipedia site. At the upper right corner you see the Login or Create Account button. Since I already have an account, when I press this I'm prompted to log in using my username, which is srarwati, and my password, and hitting login. If you don't already have an account, you'll be prompted to provide various information so that you can create a new Wikipedia account. I encourage you to choose something sensible and related to your last name, particularly in establishing your account. That'll make it a bit easier for me to follow along and grade as I'm trying to read your pages. I've logged in successfully, and I'm now sitting at the home of my account, and I can go to my main user page by clicking on the username up here at the top of the screen. When I do that, you see this. This is some text that I typed. I could modify it by clicking Edit, which takes me into an editing window. I can type in this window normally, and then go down to the bottom and click Save Page if I had made any changes. The URL of your user page is en.wikipedia.org/wiki/user : and then your username. This is the home URL for your user space. To create a subpage in your user space, all you need to do is type after your username in the URL a slash and then the title of the subpage that you would like to create. As an example, I'm going to input Marston Hall, the building in which my office is and the building in which we have class. I don't know if it's allowed or not, but I would encourage you to avoid using spaces in the URL. I hit return, and I'm now redirected to the URL of my user space with /Marston Hall at the end. And I now see here in the main window that I'm at user srarwati /Marston Hall. And in fact, I see that Wikipedia has interpreted my underscore as a space in the name. Wikipedia is telling me that it doesn't yet have a user page with this exact name. And it says that before I create this page, I should check out some information about subpages. I encourage you to do this. There's all sorts of information in this nice article about subpages and how to use them and how to create them. If I go back, I can now choose this option, start the user srarwati Marston Hall page. This effectively is a command to create this user subpage, and I'm going to select that option. Because there isn't an existing user subpage with this name, I'm taken directly to the editor, and I can type directly into the editor here a simple introductory sentence such as this. Capitalize Massachusetts, I'm in business, and then if I scroll down I see again my Save Page, Show Preview, and Show Changes buttons. If I click Show Preview, I see up at the top here what the page will look like, and I also retain the editing window. If I click Save Page, then I go to the version of the page that's now published within my user space. It's not, of course, part of the main Wikipedia. At this point, you're basically ready to start editing and writing your user subpage on the structure of your choosing. But let me show you a few things that you might like to do. I'm going to go back into the Edit page here, and it's customary in Wikipedia pages to type a few introductory sentences and then start to make subject or section headings. To make a section heading at the highest level, you type 2 equal signs and then the name of the first section. So I might call it Section 1. More creatively, I might call it Departments Housed. in Marston Hall. If I then go to preview the page, I see that that department's housed section heading has shown up in a larger font, a little bit bold-faced, and I think a horizontal rule also appears below it. Another important thing to be able to do is to include images in the Wikipedia page. Now, of course, there isn't going to happen to be an image of Marston Hall already on the internet or in Wikipedia. So I'm going to show you an example here from my article about structural art. This is some Wikipedia markup language I'm copying from that structural art article and pasting in here. And the format is fairly straightforward. It tells you a pointer here to the image, tells you how to align it at the right of the page, and then gives you a caption for the image. Now, the easiest way to find images that you're allowed to include in a Wikipedia page is to go on Wikipedia itself and find images that are already there. If an image is in Wikipedia, you can be nearly certain that it's free of copyright protection and that you can use it. So I'm going to show you how to find such an image by searching, for example, for the Eiffel Tower in Wikipedia. And here's the article on the Eiffel Tower. Here's a nice image of the tower, and if I click on this and keep clicking, I eventually come to that main image file. All right. Now, if you look in the URL at the top here, you see a lot of stuff: upload, Wikipedia, Commons, etc. But at the end is the key part of the URL. This part, tour Eiffel Wikimedia Commons.jpg, is the file name of this image of the Eiffel Tower. So if I go back to my user page and take this image markup and copy it again, and then go grab this Eiffel Tower file name and put it in place of the Hancock Tower file name here, I should have an image of the Eiffel Tower appear in my article. Now, one thing I've noticed is that at the end of each of these image commands, I need a second pair of closing square brackets to make everything close off. All right? They open with 2 here on the left, 2 more open ones here before the caption, and then 4 to close. And I should change the caption of this second one to read Eiffel Tower. All right, I'm now going to go to the bottom and show preview. Okay, so we see here that the Hancock image was successfully included, but the Eiffel Tower one was not. And I see now why the Eiffel Tower image wasn't included. It's because I forgot to type image : before the file name. So let me see if that fixes things. I'm going to show preview. And yes, now we have both of the images included. Now, in order to upload your own images, for example, I'm going to leave it to you to Google and find out how you can upload images of your own creation into the Wikimedia Commons. A couple of other things you will need to do are insert references and insert links to other Wikipedia pages. So if I want to insert a link to another Wikipedia page, what I do is enclose the item I would like to link in double square brackets. For example, if I wanted to link to the article about the University of Massachusetts, let's see if I can get that to work. I could go back up to my introductory paragraph, capitalize University of Massachusetts, put that into double square brackets, and now let's save this page. That text now appears as a link up here, and if I click on it, I'm taken to what might be a page about the University of Massachusetts, particularly if I had spelled it correctly. Let me go back and fix that in the edit page. University of Massachusetts with an H. Save. Here's my link again, and if I click the link now, it's going to take me to the article about the statewide university system. All right, so here's the University of Massachusetts system page. Good. If I go back into edit, you now see that I have a page with one section heading, with a couple of images included here, and with an internal Wikipedia link. All right. The last thing I'd like to show you is how to include a reference, and I'm going to put in a reference to a book. So let me go grab some of that text, and I'm going to paste that into my article. So this is a reference to the tower and the bridge, and what you should do is find reference code that looks like this and then just fill in the right items. So this is a reference name, tower and the bridge. It's a book, highlighted here, author's last name, first name, and then the title of the book here, publication year, publisher, and the location. All of the bibliographic information you need for a proper book or monograph reference. Let me click Save. And let's see, we seem to have a problem here. This is not unusual. It turns out what's missing, if I go back to my edit view, is the command to actually create a list of references. So this line puts in a section header for references, and then the word ref list in double curly brackets causes Wikipedia to create a list of references. If I click Save Now, I'm going to see that a number has appeared that indicates the reference, and then the reference has appeared in the list of references. So to see how this would appear in real flow of text, I might type, for example, I recommend that everyone read a text on structural art. And then the reference is going to appear as a footnote to that. If I click Show Preview, I can see now that footnote number appearing at the end of that line of text. You may also want to reference articles, and an example of how to reference an article is coming right here. Copying it from another page. Let me go back into Edit View. Edit View is down here, and here is a reference to a journal article. So this is a fairly long piece of code, but all of the important stuff is here. The author name, the year, the title, listed here, the journal in which it's published, the volume, and the issue and the pages. All right, and if I go to Save Page, you'll see that now that second reference also appears. Remember, this is the key URL now. This is the URL that points anyone to this subpage that you've created, and this is the URL that I'll ask you to give me so that I can see the subpage you've created about your structure, read your essay or your Wikipedia entry, and grade it. I'll stop there.